8 powerful signs that show he loves you, even when fear holds him back. Love is a beautiful yet intricate journey, and when it's mixed with fear, it can be confusing to understand how someone truly feels. If the man in your life is deeply in love with you but struggles with vulnerability, his actions might be the key to understanding the depth of his feelings. While he may not always express it through grand gestures or words, the subtle signs of love are still there. If you've ever felt unsure about where you stand or wondered if he truly cares, understanding these behaviors might shed some light on the situation. When a man is scared of fully embracing his emotions but loves you with all his heart, these are the things he might do. Here's a deeper look at the subtle yet powerful ways he shows his love. 1. He's protective, but not overbearing, a silent guardian. Protection and love is natural, but for someone who is afraid of being too vulnerable, this protective instinct can sometimes come across in quieter, more subtle ways. When a man loves you but is scared, he may go out of his way to make sure you're safe and comfortable without being overbearing or controlling. This protection might show up in small, everyday gestures. Perhaps he's always offering to carry something heavy, or making sure you're safe when you're out in public. He could be the one who insists on walking on the outer side of the sidewalk when you're walking together, or always makes sure you get home safely after a night out. What's important to note is that his actions come from a place of care rather than control. He might not say, "I love you" all the time, but the little things he does are his way of keeping you safe, because he can't bear the thought of you being hurt or in danger. It's his love expressed through silent action. 2. He avoids vulnerability, but still shares baby steps to emotional intimacy. Vulnerability is hard for many people, especially those who have been hurt in the past or who have trouble trusting others with their hearts. If he loves you but is scared, he might struggle to express his emotions openly. He may avoid deep conversations about his feelings because they make him feel exposed and vulnerable. However, love cannot hide forever. He'll still make an effort to share parts of himself with you, but it will often be in gradual, small doses. You might notice him telling you bits and pieces about his childhood or sharing his thoughts on a topic that means a lot to him. These seemingly insignificant revelations are actually his way of opening up. If he's sharing details about his fears or dreams, even if it's not in the full form you might expect, it's a sign that he trusts you. These are not huge declarations of love, but they are meaningful gestures. They show that he's taking small steps to let you into his world, even though he's scared. 3. He does little things that matter. Actions speak louder. When a man is in love but hesitant to express it verbally, the little things he does can carry immense meaning. These acts of service, however small, are often his way of saying, "I love you," without actually saying the words. Think about the times when he has surprised you with a thoughtful gesture, a cup of coffee made just the way you like it, a handwritten note, or taking care of a task you've been dreading. These are all examples of how he expresses his care for you in ways that might be hard to articulate. For him, actions speak louder than words. While he might feel fear about opening up emotionally, his efforts to show you love through action prove that his heart is in the right place. These small acts are his way of making sure you feel loved and appreciated, even if he struggles to say it aloud. 4. He gets jealous, but tries to hide it, a sign of deep attachment. Jealousy can be a tricky emotion, especially when mixed with fear. If a man loves you but is scared of fully expressing his emotions, he may experience jealousy in a way that's not always overt. It might not be the kind of jealousy that leads to possessive behavior or outbursts, but instead, it could show up in subtle signs. For example, if he notices someone paying attention to you, he might act a bit quieter or withdraw for a moment. He might ask a few extra questions about your interactions with others, not because he doesn't trust you, but because he's afraid of losing you. This kind of jealousy is often rooted in deep care and the fear of abandonment. While it might make him feel uncomfortable, it's an indication that he values the relationship and is afraid of letting go of the bond you share. His jealousy is a reflection of how much he loves you, but it's masked by his fear of rejection. 5. He tries to protect your heart. Fear of hurting you. If a man is deeply in love but scared of the vulnerability that comes with it, he might take extra care to protect your heart, even at the cost of his own. This can manifest in several ways, such as him holding back from rushing into things too quickly, even if he feels strongly for you. He may want to make sure that when he fully commits, it's with the understanding that both of you are on the same page emotionally. This careful approach isn't about avoiding love, but more about making sure he doesn't hurt you in the process. If he's waiting for the right moment or holding back from making grand gestures, it's not because he doesn't love you. He just wants to make sure he doesn't hurt you in ways he's been hurt in the past. It's a sign that he respects you and is doing his best to protect both your heart and his own. 6. He needs time to process his emotions, space to understand his feelings. Emotions are complex, and when fear is involved, a man may need time to process his feelings before fully embracing love. If he loves you but is scared, he may take a step back occasionally to think things over and understand what's going on inside his heart. This need for space is not a sign of disinterest. Rather, it's a sign that he's working through his feelings. He wants to ensure that when he commits, it's because he's truly ready. This space allows him to process his emotions and figure out how best to move forward with the relationship. While it may feel like he's pulling away, he's likely just giving himself the time he needs to be sure about his feelings. This pause allows him to overcome his fear of commitment. So when he's ready to give you his full heart, it's sincere and lasting. 7. He seeks your approval, even subtly. Validation as a measure of love. Seeking approval is a natural human behavior, and for a man who loves but is scared, seeking your approval can become an important way to gauge how well he's doing in the relationship. He may not say, "Do you love me?" outright, but he'll look for subtle signs that you are happy with him. This could be through compliments, seeking affirmation in casual conversations, or gauging your reactions to his actions. He may be looking for reassurance that he's making the right choices and that he's meeting your needs, even if he's not sure how to express it directly. This subtle quest for validation can often be tied to his fear of not being good enough. When you show approval or appreciation, it helps him feel secure in the relationship, and it reinforces the bond you share. 8. He shows interest in your life, even when he's afraid to be vulnerable. The curiosity of love. Even if he's scared to open up about his own life, a man who loves you will want to know everything about yours. He'll take the time to ask about your day, your passions, your struggles, and your dreams. His curiosity is his way of showing love and wanting to connect, even when he's hesitant to share his own vulnerabilities. He might ask about the books you're reading, the music you like, or your plans for the future. These questions are his way of getting closer to you, of knowing more about the person you are and the person you want to be. This is often the first step toward building a deeper emotional connection, even if he's not ready to open up himself just yet. Conclusion. When a man loves you but is scared, his actions can sometimes be misinterpreted. He may not always say the words, but his love shines through in the small, often subtle ways he shows he cares. These signs, while sometimes hard to read, are important indicators of how deeply he feels. Patience and understanding will go a long way in helping him overcome his fears, allowing the relationship to grow into something truly beautiful. If you notice these signs, know that he's giving you a glimpse into his heart, even if he's not fully ready to share it all. Love is a journey, and with time and trust, the fear will slowly give way to deeper connection and openness.